Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the ChaddyTheChump channel. And today we're going to be talking about the Zuffa boxing fight night this weekend. It's the very first show in the UK, and it is Chris Smith returning in Bournemouth against Ryan Rozicki. Zuffa boxing first show. Boxing as of recent, it's not been on this crazy high. Last week it wasn't. This week it's not a massive show. Of course, World Cup coming up, so the shows aren't going to be as big. You're not going to get your U6 like you did on the 23rd, or your Dubois Wardleys until maybe when AJ returns, and that's after the World Cup's finished, because of course all of the focus is on the World Cup. So we're gonna have to enjoy these small ones and enjoy the World Cup as well. I'm looking forward to that so much. But this is a boxing channel, so let's talk about Zuffa boxing's first UK show. Let's go. Okay, so Chris Smith returns. It's been a bit of a while since we've seen Smith. The last time was a win against Brandon Glanton, who's recently lost to ChaddyTheChump. Solid opponent, right? Split decision. It was a close fight. Smith, he's not the most exciting of, just main event fighters, and I'm not sure how the ticket sales are doing in Bournemouth. But of course, for a first event, it's not, the biggest or the best. However, it's on Sky Sports, right, which is big. And Zuffa have more shows. Just today, they've announced they've got Aaron McKenna returning Dublin with Callum Walsh on the card as well. I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be a solid show. In terms of this one, in terms of the fight itself, because the talk around this event hasn't really been about the fight itself, it's more been about Zuffa boxing and Dana White, and there hasn't really been loads of talk about this event. However, Smith should win this fight, and if he does, will he get a world title opportunity? Possibly. Of course, there's Vidal Riley sort of lingering for that world title. I don't know what is going on with that, the IBF, but Smith could go for it. But with Zuffa, I don't know. This is the thing with Zuffa. I think Zuffa will be a good promotion if they just decided to scrap the whole Zuffa belt and go to the normal governing bodies, and then you can make fights, and you'll make fighters want to come to your brand and all that. With this, it's a bit harder to do for sure. But with that being said, right, Smith probably going to win against Rozicki, right? I'm not too familiar with Rozicki, but I know he's probably on the level that Glanton is, maybe even a bit worse. So I am going to predict that Chris Smith does win. We'll move on to the co-main event, which is Jack Massey versus Chev Clark. Ironically, I'm probably just as, or possibly more interested in this one. It's one of them though, innit? Jack Massey, solid, but again, he lost to ChaddyTheChump. I think lost in round 6 by stoppage. And Chev Clark has just come off a loss to Vidal Riley. Jack Massey did get one win between that ChaddyTheChump loss, not against a crazy credible opponent. So it's a close one, but I think Massey will win this. I don't think Chev Clark has got much left. So yeah, I'm going to say that Jack Massey does take the win in this fight. And, some decent undercard. What I've noticed with Zuffa is that they're sort of taking a few fights from boxer, like Lee Cutler, who was a boxer, and sort of other names like Sam Hickey, Steve McKenna, etc. So, again, boxer, had an event over the weekend. Another, promotion that is kind of slowly going down, unfortunately. I did like Boxer when they were at Sky Sports, but now, yeah, it's not going as well. Zuffa taking over for them. However, this isn't massive. It's not a show I'm particularly looking forward to, which is kind of sad to say, but it is. I don't know. I don't think there's a star power. I think maybe the Dublin card will be good when they go there in August. However, this one isn't quite it for me. But, we'll still stick it on. Sky Sports card. And yeah, there's also a Matchroom card. Josh Padley. That card has been butchered as well, to be honest with you. Because that card had Dalton Smith versus Puello as the main event, which would have easily been bigger than this one. And then that got delayed or cancelled. And then the co-main event, which was also a world title fight, Yafai Sandoval, that also got cancelled/delayed. So Padley European title versus Fiaz. I think Padley will win that, to be honest with you. But again, that's another card that's been butchered. So it's a bit of a sort of cursed weekend, I guess you could say. But there are still big shows to come. Next week, Misfits is back, which some of you may like, some of you probably won't like. But Misfits is back, Fury v Hall, and we've got on the channel specifically some big announcements to come. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, guys. Enjoy the fights this weekend. Hopefully we get some more Dana White Eddie Hearn drama, because that's probably the biggest thing that's coming from these Zuffa events, is when the interviewers or the media talk to Dana White. There's also a Q&A going on, so that'll be interesting with Conor Benn. Hopefully he gets asked some tough questions. That'd be pretty good to see. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.